our people have...
Envoy? Is it really you? Oh, Kostya told us you went into some place called the Garden to seek a god.
When you didn't come out, we assumed you were dead.
Did you meet your god there? The one whose marks you bear?
The origin of the Dreamscourge? It was the act of a god this whole time?
Everyone, please, please. We could get to the bottom of this if you would only let them speak. It's been weeks, Envoy. What happened?
Try us. You may be surprised what we are willing to consider now. Giata nearly had me convinced the Dreamscourge was some infection of essence. How could you stop such a thing, Envoy?
Sapadal was responsible for the Dreamscourge. Their rage, their confusion, their fear.
But the plague isn't over. Dreamthrall still litter Shatterscarp.
There won't be any new infections. We've put a stop to that for good. Unfortunately, there's little we can do for those already in the grip of the Dreamscourge. We can give them comfort, nothing more. This will be a process. The Dreamscourge was never going to simply go away overnight.
I suppose it stands to reason. I found that a quick fix is often anything but. What of this god, then? What does it mean that you freed them?
Wodka no doubt saw Sapadal as a threat to her authority. So, she killed the godless and imprisoned their god.
I assume it is this god we have to thank for the roots tearing apart Paradis? They erupted from the earth the moment those bastards stood up their first siege tower.
We were no stranger to them in Fior Mesiverno. They harrowed our fields, tore our homes in half.
We saw similar destruction at Nakuku Bell. If these roots and the Dreamscourge are the work of a god, and the gods thought it best to imprison this god, how could you let such a creature go free?
For now. Who's to say they don't get their feathers in a ruff again and wipe us all out with a tsunami?
First he still Garot, now a rogue god. Is there no place safe from turmoil in all the living lands?
Sapadal's power ravaged my people. I don't know that I can ever trust it.
Nandru never spoke of Sapadal, and I believe it was for good reason. They should never have gone free.
Well, whatever happens, I suppose we can't put the godling back in the bottle now. But come, we have more pressing matters to attend to. The Steel Garrote have attacked Paradis. Inquisitor Ludwine has already joined the battle. She must have traveled like the wind to get here so fast. I couldn't agree more. Ludwine has sent a message to the Emperor informing him of her attack. He will send advisors and reinforcements swiftly in response. What will his representatives find when they arrive? A new colony? A budding grave room? Before you face Ludwine, you should know what you're fighting for. All of you must decide, together. But whatever you decide, understand, the days of the frontier are done. Aedyr will come. Indeed, we are already here. You can't be serious. You'd stand with the Steel Garrote.
No. Don't tell me you're bending the knee to the ones who burned my city.
Don't do this. I followed you to the ends of this world. We all did. But I won't follow you here.
No. If you do this, you better say goodbye, Envoy. I won't help you sell out my home to that Korba.
I thought you were smarter than this, Envoy.
And here I thought I had you pegged, Envoy. You surprise me.
The Living Lands will not suffer a zealot's rule, and Thirdborn has cannons enough to prove it.
My people's heads would be first on the chopping block. Envoy, I implore you, think this through.
No one will stand with you if you do this thing. What in Remagon's 8 blasted hells are you thinking? Let's hope you're right.
So, you think we'll simply lie down as you grind us under your boot heel? Arrogant, self-righteous fool.
You're a rat-fuck bastard, Envoy. I was a fool to ever trust you.
I knew I could trust you to make the hard choice.
After everything we've seen and done, what an awful way to end things between us. But what choice do I have? I'm returning to my people, where I belong, to prepare for the end. I suggest you do the same.
I thought we were a crew, Envoy. But you're betraying everything we fought for.
I guess you made your choice, huh? Good working with you, Envoy. Maybe we'll share a drink sometime in the future.
After all the Steel Garrote have done, you choose them. It was nice knowing you, Envoy. But I refuse to be part of this.
Hurry now. Find Ludwig and let her know what we've done here. Be clever, be swift, for I fear your life is forfeit. And be well.
What's that? Got any other Nimdut decisions you want to tell me about? Right. Benefit to you, maybe. Ask the people of Fjord what benefits they got. You helped me through some really rough Saka, so I say this with all the love and respect possible. You have lost your Sundant mind, Envoy, and you're dragging us all down with you. I guess you think the Living Lands needs more razing of villages and wholesale slaughter of heretics. I bet you didn't even think about what this would do to Giada. They destroyed her home, Nimdut. Quiet. Marius is talking. The person who helped me confront and overcome the most painful moments of my life would not have made that decision. So you are not that person anymore. After tonight, we're done. You can find someone else to guide you to the next genocide. That's what I just said, isn't it? Just go. I'm done with you.
Give me
This
one more
is
moment of your
bullshit.
time.
That's one more.
I would have understood you sticking with Aedyr after all this, and I would have fought by your side. But the Steel Garrote, that's where I draw my line. So am I. Goodbye, Envoy.
I have nothing to say to you. Oh, do you think that might have something to do with it? After I was banished, you were there for me. You gave me a home, a purpose. I thought I knew you. And the Envoy I knew wouldn't sell us out to the Steel Garrote. They burned my city to the ground. You really think the Living Lands is better off under their control? It's one thing for you to step in line with your idiotic countrymen, their bigotry and their intolerance. What really gets under my skin is how you betrayed the very people who carried you this entire time. Answer me one question. What am I to you? Somehow I think you'd manage. Let's make one thing clear. The siege has got to stop. The fighting needs to end. The Living Lands cannot descend into war. Against my better judgment, I even hope you survive. I really do. We took our godlike for granted, and now most of them are gone. Your death would be significant. Sad. Like losing an endangered squirrel. But I can't stand by and watch you bend the knee to Inquisitor Ludwig. You can do that alone. You were my friend. Until you gave away my homeland. It's funny. I don't invite hatred into my heart. But I made an exception for Ludwig. I really wanted to kill her. Shame I won't get the chance. Not in this lifetime.
Well, if it isn't the Aedyr envoy himself. Oh, it must be lovely not having to pretend, to hide. To be able to show yourself as the monster you so clearly are. Explain what? Do you really think there's a single thing you could say that could justify what you've done? You have consigned all of the living lands, everyone I love, to a horrible fate. The yoke of Aedyr will crush everyone, and it will be all your fault. It's stunning to know that after all we've been through, meeting a new god, talking to ghosts, this is truly a horrible surprise. Before this, I would have counted you as a friend. Now... No, Envoy. We can't. I don't know you. And I don't care to. Good luck, Envoy. You'll need it. Let's get this over with.
What are you doing here? I thought you left town weeks ago. We'll be fine. We're more stubborn than we look. Of course. We came here first. I had to pull Nasha away from pouring hot oil off the roof. Listen, I don't know what you'd planned to do about our troops, but you were kind to me, and I always make good on a debt. Take this key. It'll unlock the gate to the canals. You can thank the captain who forgot it. Why should I? It's always worked before. I warn you, though. That mad Inquisitor is looking for you. Good luck. Sounds like you'll need it.
Around you! Aedyr!
Hey, if you're with the Steel Garrote, hightail it out of here now.
mission. Stand against her! There you are! So, you survived the garden, and now you face me alone. What happened to your loyal companions? The turquoise giant, the sad hunter, the orphan heretic, the irreverent speck of dust. Don't tell me they abandoned you. Exactly as it should be. Is it true, Envoy? Has the Burned Queen touched your soul at last? Have you come to join her army? Excellent. Pledge yourself to the Steel Garrote, and you'll have the strongest fighting force in all of Eora at your beck and call. But I wonder, how serious is your commitment? I'm so glad you asked. Before I accept you into the Steel Garrote, I require a gesture of fealty. A sacrifice. Renounce Sappadal. Disavow yourself of your corrupted essence. Only then, when your soul is ready, may you kneel before me. Yes, where order lives, chaos dies. Renounce them again, Envoy. Once more. Say it. Again.
Free us only to cast us into the dirt. Treachery like a knife. We should never have given you our gift.
Very good, Envoy. What an obedient start to a long and promising career. Now, kneel before me. Receive your blessing. Excellent. With this blade, I dub you. Traitor! Unworthy of Wodika's accolade! In the end, the Imperial Envoy died with honor. As their blood soaked into the soil of their homeland, their soul departed for parts unknown, either to be imprisoned, reborn, or consumed by the gods. The Steel Garrote stood vigil over these lands for years to come. Under our watch, no child was born with the tainted mark of Sappadal.